so much for visiting our after talk session for the latest production of our 12th Night. In the recording, we had Kaho as both Vara and Sebastian. Good. Lauren as Olivia.
Hi.
Hannah as Orsino. So the role was originally enacted by Mirabel. Nagisa as Mariah. Malina as Satobi, who used to be played by Keiko, and Andy as Malvolio.
Hello.
And last but not least, Risa as Feste.
Hello.
So our production was originally designed for the welcoming event for the Japanese cultural program at Waseda University. The play was decided in December and the audition was held at the end of the same month. After fixing the casting and the text during the winter break, we started our rehearsal in January to be ready by March. However, due to the spread of COVID-19, we had to cancel the entire project. In the end of May, we regained our energy of pushing forward our project, and in mid-July, we have completed our first ever Zoom production. So today we are gathered in the platform once again to have a little chat to show the audience what we are. So first of all, can I ask Hannah to briefly explain about our company as a former executive?
Okay, so our group, Waseda Institute Players, was established in 2019. As our university is known to be a place to have many drama clubs, we aim to be distinguished from the rest by focusing more on the textual side of the works, classical plays, rather than imitating the professionals with glamorous stage props and costumes, as well as innovate new writings. We simply use physical expressions and our energy to explore the capability of transporting the plot and the theme through the words prepared several centuries ago. And we have been fortunate enough to receive a huge amount of support from Japanese culture program, which the majority of the members belong to. But we also keep the company as a place where various students can gather from different faculties with the interest in stage performance in general. Okay.
Okay, brilliant, thank you. So, wonderful speech.
Thank you.
So, as well as being the representative of this group, for this specific production, you were enrolled as a director. So can you tell us a bit more about your experience?
Yes, well, I am not a very experienced director or even an actor. I only did some bits during high school, and I can say that this was actually my first project to do things in my own way. I have explained to the other members a few times that I didn't want to be too bossy and decide and give direction just from my side, but rather respect the characters and opinions from the actors and what they picked up from the script. And one reason I did that is because I wanted everyone to be proud of their own characters, and if I give them too much directions, I thought it could ruin the originality. So I didn't really want that to happen. And actually, many characters did turn out to be quite different from what I originally imagined when I was editing the script. And that was very interesting. It helped me to have more learn different views. And yeah, I do. And I loved all the characters they have shown me. So all I actually did as a director was maybe just to make sure the characters didn't go too far from the others or the script and stay in harmony, making final decisions with Malina, our co-director. And I suppose most importantly, I tried to keep the atmosphere of the rehearsals positive enough so everyone could feel free to say their own opinion or ideas, and they could have a chat with each other and try everything, whatever came up in mind. So yeah, I have to thank everyone, all of the members, for all of their efforts and all of their ideas throughout the whole project. I definitely couldn't, it wouldn't have been in this shape without all of the members here.
Okay, good, good. I'm very proud to have like a very coordinate and good relationship as a group. So yes, I'm very happy to see that. Okay, so speaking of the text, I suppose you had to cut down quite a lot of lines to keep our production within 40 minutes restriction. So while you were editing the text, what was the main concern or main focus?
Yes, so I only had a couple of weeks to edit the script, but I didn't really want to make the story just one side, like Orsino, Viola, and Olivia's love story, or just the side story of Malvolio and Mariah and Toby. So I had to pick up both bits, and I had to cut a lot too, but just pick up the main bits and use Feste as our guide for our play by giving him some original lines for the prologue and the epilogue and during scenes. Yeah, so, and even making those original lines, I tried to not to break the rhythm or the atmosphere of the original play. So yes, that's what I focused on when I was editing the script.
Yeah, I think Hannah did a great job at, cutting down the script to a very, short, originally long to short, shorter play. And I don't think everyone can do that as well as you did. We are very grateful that we had you in our team.
Oh, yes, that is sweet. But yes, one thing I thought when I was editing the script was, like, Shakespeare's play was actually what part you take from it. It still makes sense. It's still so interesting, even in just scenes. So it was very exciting to edit it, and yeah, I enjoyed it very much. And I'm glad you liked it.
Okay, well, yes, I thought you've done a brilliant job by editing to an affordable size. And I also liked your idea of using Feste as the guidance, as a guide, which goes through the entire play. So, Feste, please, I have to ask you a question now. Apart from your important role as a guide in the play, you have a very, very crucial role as the visual recorder or visual editor, I would say. Our production could not happen without your technique and ability. So I also have to say thank you for that. But what was your struggle when you were trying to make this thing happen with this Zoom program?
Well, at first there was a lot of experimenting. We all got onto Zoom and we tried a few things, so it really wouldn't have been possible without everyone else and their patience and their willingness to adapt to this completely new stage. It's a virtual stage instead of a physical stage, so the actors who are not on stage can't see what's going on, because we actually had the actors come into the Zoom meeting and then go out. So we basically had like backstage communication through a line and looking at that chat and saying, okay, now these characters can come back in, or using the waiting room. And it was just trying to have as much communication as possible was key in making everything work. And I really enjoy the role of Feste that Hannah made for us and how he like pushes the story forward. And I think it's kind of fitting that I also ended up recording and directing how the Zoom operated, because I don't know, it fits the character well, in my opinion.
Yeah. You guided the play and you also guided the entire production. So yes, brilliant. Thank you. As we had to create something in a new environment, I would like to ask a Kaho a question. So how did you feel having a significant role in this production and also in this new media?
So to be honest, I didn't feel that I was actually doing the big role because Hana made all characters equal, and so, and also like from experiences in acting, I have the image that doing the big role means to have a lot more lines than the other characters, but this time everyone had a lot of lines, and so in terms of the amount of lines, I didn't feel that much pressure. But of course, it's always difficult to do the two characters in one play, and especially Viola is in the really complicated situation that she's a woman, but she tries to act as man, and it was difficult for me to distinguish Cesario from Sebastian.
Okay, so in the end, what kind of technique did you use?
I don't have any technique, but when I was doing Viola, I was thinking what I would do if I have to act like man.
Mm.
And yeah, that kind of helped, but yeah.
Okay, good. Right, so yes, you have the very significant presence in the play, and even though your line's being cut down as equal as the others, it doesn't mean that you are not as important as the others. Obviously, you're important as the others, and you made a good decision when you were playing both characters, Viola and Sebastian. So well done.
Thank you.
So yeah, when it's come to interaction, I have to ask Lauren about your role as Olivia. So you have the opportunity of talking to Malvolio, Feste, Viola, obviously, Mariah, and of course Orsino. So you had a lot of opportunity to talk and have a relationship with different characters. So when it comes to interacting with the other characters, did you find anything different from your ordinary way of acting when the platforms moved to Zoom program?
Yeah, I completely feel that I really have to emphasize on how different I respond to the different characters, especially because in Zoom I can mostly only show with my facial expressions and not really my entire gestures. So rather than difficulty, it's more like a challenge for me to be able to express different type of personalities, I say, because Olivia's mood really changes really quickly from talking to one character to another character, and it was pretty difficult in the beginning, but then I sort of found a way for myself to be able to do that is by like putting myself in Olivia's shoes. Like if I'm Olivia, what would I think about this character? What would I think about Viola, Cesario, my crush? And then what do I think about Malvolio? Like I have to act cool to him. So yeah, I really, it took time for me to be able to put myself in Olivia's shoes, but once I'm able to grasp that kind of identity, it made me easier to be able to switch moods really fast depending on who I'm talking to. And yeah, I really appreciate this opportunity of being able to explore various kinds of emotions. And honestly, I think she's one of the most relatable characters I've ever acted, because you know, lots of emotions. I don't know, maybe I'm just a moody person myself. Who knows? But yeah, I really enjoy playing as Olivia.
Okay, thank you. I think you've given me a brilliant answer, because if you can't touch, or if you can't move your body in a distinct way, the only thing you can use is your voice and a bit of facial expression. And yeah, I think when you are experimenting with those things, it might allow you to maybe grow when it's come to expressing yourself in even real life. So yeah, I'm very glad that you had this opportunity. So another character who mainly needs the physicality as a comical role is obviously Malvolio. So I have to ask you, what were you trying to explore with this restricted platform when you were asked to act seriously while being funny?
But yeah, because I'm obviously I'm not an experienced actor. This is the first Shakespeare play that I'm in, that I've ever acted. But yeah, to act like Malvolio, who is impulsive and often acting bossily with restriction. Sometimes you just need to delve into the character and just do it, because as you know, we have spent so many times to analyze the script and rehearse it. I think you can rely on that, even though this is a production on Zoom. You can rely on the rehearsal that you have previously done, and yeah, try to try to do it, try to be it.
Yeah, okay, good, thank you. Yeah, I must say you were 100% Malvolio on a screen, and you've done a brilliant job with that difficult comical character. So well done to you. So when it's come to the quality of acting, I would like to move on to Nagisa. I've seen you study in the classroom when you entered the university for the first time. And I've seen you read some lines in the first ever audition. And I've obviously seen you perform in the last production of Dr. Faustus. And now I've seen you perform in this 12th Night. And I am totally blown away by your quick development as an actor. So can you tell me how you've done it, or what changed you so much?
First of all, thank you for the compliment. And in my first, in Dr. Faustus, that was really my very first time acting. And in that in that production, I was really just remembering lines and reciting out the lines on stage like that. But in this 12th Night project, I really loved my character Mariah, and I tried to I tried to act so that the audience would know this charming character through my acting. And yeah, and I think this Zoom platform really worked well on me, because we only had this facial expression, hand gestures, and voices to focus on. So I really tried to create a character through these three things. And also the advices from Hannah, Melina, and other cast, and being able to watch how other actors created their characters really helped me in this 12th Night project.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the way how you used the screen, like leaning towards the camera and like being charming and stuff. So yeah, I really was surprised to see how you've changed from Dr. Faustus to Twelfth Night, and I'm very much looking forward to see more in the future. So yes, about the future, yes, finally, Malina, I have to ask you this question. So we've completed our first production on stage, and then after struggling for a bit, we completed our first ever Zoom recording production. And I feel like we can do anything now. So as the current, one of the current representatives of this group, what is your ambition for your for the future project?
Yeah, since this was more of a comedy / romance kind of play, I would like to do something different again. Or, well, of course, I'm open to suggestions from like the actors and other people who will cooperate with cooperate with us, and I'm very interested in what they want to do, want to act as well. But maybe since we've done as a first production Dr. Faustus, which is more like darker kind of story, and then we have 12th Night, which is more lighthearted comedy touch. Maybe we can do something like a, I don't know, mysterious type of or mystery, or that kind of I know it's going to be a little bit difficult and maybe hard on the actors, because it will require them to do a really different type of acting than what we have been doing. But yes, I'm also very excited to go back to stage in a way, because this was very enjoyable and everything, but originally our production was meant for it's as a stage performance, and for personal reasons I was not able to go and see that first, the recording of that as a just when we did that. So it's kind of like it's really, I wish we can do more on stage as well next time.
Okay, good. I think you have like quite solid idea about what you want to do in the future. And obviously it's good to know that you still have like open-minded attitude for others to contribute with their ideas and plans. So yeah, anyone has any idea what you want to do for the next project? Now is the time to tell me your thoughts.
Well, I have a question. Since I'm new to WIP, this was my first production. Has the plan always been to do some Shakespeare?
No.
Oh.
Something from that period.
I see.
And closer to maybe like a stripped version, or how it's without using any like over the top costumes or props is our main goal. So
yes, so one of the reasons why we restrict the plays from that period is, and also the reason why we want to apply the simplistic stage is because we don't have money, and we're not here to make money. We're here to experiment. We're here to experiment how deep we can understand the original play and how effective we can portray that understanding to the audiences without using not any, but much external support, like the props and costumes and lightings and stuff. And when it comes to mysterious plays, you can always create a normal tragedy into mysterious play. So it's always depending on how you want to interpret the play, and then how you allow the characters to say the lines, and everything is possible.
I'm very thankful that all of you guys cooperated to make this really great production, and so thank you very much for coming, just coming to this point with us. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, that should have been my line actually, Malina.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yes, I absolutely agree with you. And one thing I think was magical about this product was when we had to stop in March, our practicing stopped in March and we had to cancel the play. And after, what was it, nearly 2 months or something, Mr. Mimiya came up with the idea of doing it online. And when I told all of the members, I was absolutely moved by how everyone responded so quickly and said everyone was positive about continue doing this play, and really looking forward to put it into shape. So I thank everyone for coming back again, and although there are members who couldn't because many reasons, yeah, I'm really grateful for all of you, and yeah, I'm looking forward to see all of your products too in the future.
Yeah, I mean that's how passionate we are, and I want to urge everybody to make use of that. So don't let it stop. Don't let it stop for a very short period in your life, and make use of that passion and find the meaning.
As I'm really grateful to the other members too, I'm also grateful for Mr. Mimiya, you too, because you came up with the idea of Zoom, and I don't think you have said it, but you are the artistic director of this group. And yes, I was wondering why did you try to give us the idea of doing it online? Because you really didn't have to, but you did, and that helped us a lot. So yeah.
Well, as Andy said, I didn't want to stop. Almost everything stopped when we were facing the spread of COVID-19. But I didn't want to stop, and I didn't want to stop your production. Simply because when I was in the rehearsing process with you all until March, I was very much surprised and happy with the things happening inside the rehearsing room. Everyone was very positive, giving out comments, trying out all different things positively. And I just knew this production would be brilliant if they only have the chance. And if I can give you the chance, then why not? There's nothing that would stop me for giving you the chance. And I was struggling to come up with the solution to this problem of like social distancing and not being able to go out from your room. Then I came up with the Zoom idea, and I was fascinated to see this screen, like with all different characters appearing on screen and can react to one another and maybe exchange their lines. So there are, I would say, a lot of possibilities in this media as well. But the one reason why I came up to you and said, would you be interested in continuing your production with the Zoom? It's because I was fascinated by all the contributions being done inside the rehearsing room, and I didn't want to extinguish that positive vibe due to some awkward virus. So that's why.
Yeah, that's great to hear, and yeah, we do thank you. I thank you very much for that, and I'm just so glad that we have been able to do a new thing and make it, and now we're able to show it to many people all over the world. I think it's a very exciting thing, and yeah, I'm really happy about that. I really thank everyone.
And to add on to that, I'm really thankful to have this like global production, because we have people, I believe, in like 3 different countries. So most of us are in Japan. And then where are you, Andy, right now?
I'm in Hong Kong right now. So yeah, Asia.
And then Lauren, where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Indonesia.
So to think that we can all perform a play together, even though we're in all these different places, is kind of a miracle. And to have coordinated all this with like different time zones and locations is, I'm really grateful that we still got to do it.
Yeah, yeah. And we were lucky enough to receive comments before the final recording from England. So yes, everything becomes true when we use this platform. Obviously, we do have several restrictions when we use this online platform, but obviously there are a lot of advantages for this. And I hope we would but our production will be seen by a lot of people around the world when this will be posted on some mediums. So yeah, I think now is the time to conclude our after talk session by saying thank you for you, the audience, for watching our after talk as well as our production that been recorded previously. If you haven't seen that production, you have to go and see and enjoy that.